morning, everyone. I know it's not Friday yet. It's tomorrow. Today is Thursday. So I got to make my body cream. I'm doing mermaid body cream. It's called Mermaids at Midnight. It's one of my favorites. And we're going to color it with a sky blue biodegradable glitter because mermaids, they sparkle. And if they don't, well, you know, maybe they should. So, we have my very big container of, if I can get it over here, my multi-base for the lotion. So this, depending on how much water I add, I can do a body cream, I can do a lotion, I can do a body milk, I can do a lot. Which is why I love this. And it's made using the same ingredients as my original lotion that I used to sell. So, bonus, I can now do it as a couple of things. So, yay! So, weighing this out, doing it in a bucket like this is no different than master batching the stuff myself. This just saves me a lot of time and a lot of money. So, which means costs you that much less. Yay! Savings! Love the savings, right? Ugh. Got to love all the savings. Especially the way the world is right now. This is getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. But, it's the way things go. Alright, that's probably going to be too much. Yep, just a little much. So I got to get a tiny bit off. Tiny bit more off. Okay, come on. A little bit more. Still a little bit more. Get down. There. Wait. Oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. How about that? How about now? There we go. I got it. We're good. We're all good. Scrape off of here because I want to try to save as much of this as I possibly can. Alright. So, that's it for the base. Now, yes, I am doing a small batch of this, as I do, because sometimes the stuff doesn't go as well as I hope. But, you know, it's a good way to test. Test with small batches. Hi, Katie. So we've got that. And then in here, I have my water with the colloidal oatmeal and oat milk powder. I was working on dispersing them and getting them to dissolve. When I mix it, I can still see a few bits of it kind of sitting in there. But I do need the water warm enough at room temperature to make this do its thing properly. So I'm just going to pop it in the microwave for probably 30 seconds just to get it warmed up enough. I had it warmed up and then, you know, things cooled down. We're just going to warm that up and see how that goes. But if you noticed my post earlier, I rarely ever tag everyone, but I really wanted you guys to be aware of this because I did make foaming sugar scrubs yesterday. I only have the one batch, so I've got 5 of the 7-ounce containers and then 4 of the 4-ounce jars. So, and these are only going to be at the Mugs and Magic shop, and the reason for that is because I only had enough to do one batch. I didn't have enough for, alright, so now that's back to the temperature it originally was. Alright, cool. Really don't like all the foamy stuff on top, but, you know, I used my blue immersion blender, and as you may remember from previous videos, that's the one that's broken. So, and it's officially like dead now. So, you know, that's fun. All right. So getting those bubbles definitely down by the mixing, which is good. So now if I check the bottom, I don't really see any bits, so that's good. I'm pulling it up on the sides. Still not seeing bits, which is good. I mean, if you come across them during the mixing process, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's just colloidal oatmeal and oat milk. It's not going to hurt your skin or anything like that. So, you know, we got that going for us. Yay. So, I saw a piece kind of rise to the top there. Okay, all right. We're going to squish you in here and get you mixed. Get you blended. All right. And just so you guys are aware, I know a lot of people are all like, well, I want stuff that's preservative free. Like, okay, well then you need just an oil-based body butter, not a body cream, not a lotion, because those are water-based, and you have to have a preservative for water-based products. Otherwise, they grow mold fairly quickly, like within a matter of like a week or you know, however. So, yeah. That's why this already has the preservative in it. They compensate for the additives, so I'm not adding too much extra stuff to this. I'm adding just the amount that is allowed, that their thing uses, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the water mixture into the base. Now, yeah, I could do this on stovetop. However, I have issues with my stovetop as I have extremely limited counter space. So doing all of this on that would not go so very well for me at all. So now I'm going to use my proper stick blender here. And we're going to go ahead and give this a decent mix through to start. I know it doesn't look like much. Trust me, it will turn into a bottle. It was getting stuck to the bottom of my bowl. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Oh, now this one's starting to do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's do this. Maybe this would be better if I put it in a different container. Maybe this is too big of a container for the amount that I'm trying to make. You know, I think I might be right. I might be on to something. So we're going to move this into here and see if that should hold everything, right? Nah, I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to risk the event that I'm wrong and it's not enough. So we're going to plop it in this guy. We're going to scrape all this into here. But it is becoming a creamy consistency, okay? So, no worries on that end. We're just going to switch containers here just to make sure this blender does the immersion stuff it's supposed to do. And to make sure it's not in the way, I'm going to pop that right there to the side. All right. But yeah, it is making it's getting to the consistency that I need, which is good. So body creams are thicker than lotion. They are still water-based. So again, a little bit goes a long way. Compared to a body butter, this is lighter on your skin, or it should be. Whereas body butters are anhydrous. They don't normally contain water, though there are some companies that do make water-based body butters. It's basically just a really thick body cream, just majority of it is butters. But in my opinion, a true body butter is just the mostly butters. You want some oils in there to help the product to absorb into your skin. And also it helps it to not be like rock hard. I do add beeswax to my body butter, mainly because if I use just the butters, it tends to have too soft of a consistency. And it's like, I don't want it rock hard like lip balm, but I don't want it too soft to where you're gonna like stick your finger throughout the entire freaking thing and be like, holy jeez, I didn't need that much. So it's like, I find the beeswax helps with that middle ground just enough. All right, so that's what I'm salvaging from that. All right, so we're gonna get this back in here. All right, here's this part. I swear, guys, I know what I'm doing. I swear I've used this base before. First I'm doing it with the body cream, but it's no different from the lotion. All right, so here we go again. Much better, much better. It's definitely the container. And my blender. And this is why I ordered a new blender head, because this one is trying to do what the blue one already does. But we do have our body cream consistency. Look at that. Look at that. It is thick. It is beautiful. It is all blended up. One last thing, well, technically two last things to do. And the last things are the scent and the color. So, scooch and stuff over. We're going to do, again, Mermaids at Midnight. It's a very oceany, lightly floral, light fruit. It's I absolutely love this one. It's one of my favorites. Definitely smells like something like magical. It really does. I know, it's like, well, how do you describe that? Well, you know, I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best with descripting words, and they're just, it's hard sometimes to find the right words, you know? You just got to come out and sniff it yourself, and then you'll understand, you know? All right, so now we're going to add the Bio Glitter. And I know I'm really piling it on with this glitter, but it's going to make this a lot of fun. All right, that's enough glitter. I think that's enough glitter. All right, so we're going to put that over there. Pop this right back on here. And blend it all up. And if this keeps behaving this way, I might have to go in with my spatula and blend it up. But it is becoming a very pretty blue. Okay, that's not supposed to happen, you guys. This is why I ordered a new one. Okay. So yeah, this guy, he's had it with me. He is just not having it today. And you know what? Neither am I. It's fine. It's fine. Not dealing with it either. What I do with my, oh, that's down there. Hi, I need my spatula. It's like I had, and yeah, I could use the orange one, but the orange one, if I plan on doing another batch of the body cream in a different scent, if you would like that, let me know what scent you'd be interested in. I was considering doing the Bite Me. Everyone's been loving the Bite Me. If you don't know what that one is what I call the neck romancer. Little pun on words there. So basically it smells like fruit candy to me. It's what it does. It's like either fruit roll-ups or fruit gushers or, you know, something along those lines. Like it's fruity, but it's fun. So this is just I'm not gonna be able to salvage all of that, unfortunately. So that's going in the other container. And then we're just gonna mix all this by hand at this point, because my immersion blender is thrown to fit. He's falling apart. Of course, I grabbed the one immersion blender head that is doing that. I've got two, and I grabbed the one that's, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because this is the nice creamy consistency that we want. Just really making sure all that scent and color is well mixed in. There may be some parts that are still white because I'm trying to scrape at the very bottom of this bowl. So if I don't get everything, I apologize. Don't worry. It's not anything bad. All right. Now, because my gift sets for this weekend do say for the big one, the Enchanted Escape, that you get your choice of lotion or body cream, hence the body cream. So I am making this for tomorrow, for the weekend event. The only reason why I'm not doing it today is because I have I'm literally bringing almost everything that I have tonight. So I'm not going to have room for this stuff tomorrow, or today, because I've got limited space for tomorrow. So it's like, if I can get as much sold today, then I'll be able to have room for all the things tomorrow. That's the plan. We're going to see how well it goes. And I actually need a different spatula for scooping these in, because that one is too big for these little jars. What is... oh no, that's just... okay. Alright, so... and yeah, I probably could pipe all this in, but that piping bag is going to make a huge mess. And price-wise, I am trying to keep these the same as my lotion, hence the same size jars. So, I want to get these, ooh, I can, ooh, where are we at? I can fit quite a bit of the body butter in here. That is awesome. Alright, so that's going to be for that one. Cool beans, guys. Let's see how many of these jars I can fill, because I've only got so many of these blue jars. I might have to go grab my big jars. I don't know. Just remember, a little bit of this stuff goes a very, very long way. So, fun times. So see, even though my theme is all, you know, Halloween spooky-like, it doesn't always have to be that way. You can still have fun with, you know, regular themes. I just figure if you're going to get clean, you're going to do your self-care stuff, have fun with it. You should enjoy it, not make it feel like, ugh, it's self-care Sunday. I gotta wash my hair. I gotta shower. Because then you feel like it's more of a chore, and then you dread it, and you're like, do I have to? I mean, really? But if you get products like this, where you're all like super excited to try it out, like, ooh, do I want to sparkle today? Yes, yes I do. Because why not? Okay? Because why not? And yes, I am trying very hard to get all of these to be the same weight. In case you didn't notice, it's kind of my thing I'm going with here. Like the consistency. Although sometimes I do end up with a little extra. And that's either ends up being my personal test, or I give that to my testers to try out. Be like, hey guys, what you think? Try out my new product. Sometimes I'll have testers for my events, although I have been noticing that some people have been using and opening up products that are not testers, thinking that they're testers. Like, no, my testers say that they're testers. Which means I end up losing products. And I really need to start having a sign that says, if you open it up and it's not a tester, you're buying it. Because that is a loss that I cannot afford. Because I'm not a big company, guys. Like, I'm not big box store. I'm really not. I am one human being trying to do all the things. Because I like all you people. I like my people. I want my people to be happy and to have fun with things. And people can't have fun with my things if you keep opening them up and messing with them. Because then it just ruins the fun and the magic, and then, you know, I end up with less stuff for those that actually want it. And that's not fun at all. I noticed that a lot with my lip balms. A whole lot. Then I got a whole new display for the lip balms, and they stopped doing it. That apparently display makes a display makes a huge freaking difference. Who knew, right? Who knew? People don't read signs. Did you know that? Doesn't matter how long you've been doing shows. People don't read signs. They really don't. I wish they did. I mean, you don't go to Target and they don't have free tester samples for things. Or Walmart. Like, you just gotta go with what it says and hope for the best. Which is why us little guys give you guys, you know, the testers. We're like, here, try it out. If you want to try it out and see what you think of the texture and how it feels, go right ahead. Use our tester for it. Because we don't want you to feel like you just wasted your money on something that you're not going to enjoy the feel of it. Okay? All right? Now, obviously, I can't do that with bath bombs. Okay? Or the shower steamers, all right? But for the steamers, what I do is, do I let you grab one to sniff? Absolutely. That's why I have my singles. If you don't like the way it smells, you're not going to want to use it. You know? You know, it's a thing. But, and yeah, I used to have samples for my soaps. I stopped doing that because as much as people love the freebies, I did not see return customers when I did that. The only ones that kept coming back were the ones that, well, they were already coming back. You know, I already had my repeats. So it's, I don't know, some things are just not, I'm learning, are not worth doing anymore. So we're going to see if the body cream is worth me doing, because if it is, I may keep it, but it'll probably be like limited edition stuff where I'm not going to have it with me all the time, but instead I have, like, you know, special one-time only things. So it's like this one, yeah, this one's going to be limited because this is the only batch I'm going to have. That's it for all those jars, and I have a little bit left. So with this little bit, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab one of my tins what I'm grabbing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Grab one of my large tins. Alright, and then I'm just going to scrape out all of this, and this is going to be for my personal test. And we're going to try it out and see what we think. And yeah, I know I grabbed a big thing for just a little batch, but you know, it was the first one I grabbed. And that's okay. Because this is letting me know how much of this batch was left over. Well, at least a rough estimate. Yeah, I probably could have grabbed one of my small 1 ounce ones. Oh well. Oh well, it's not what I ended up grabbing. It's fine. And then what's left down there, I will just take out with my hand. And I will show you what it looks like. And then I'm just going to scrape out what was in here. That was on top of the stick blender. From when I put it in here. Because you guys know me, I don't like wasting stuff. Yeah, I definitely could have grabbed a much smaller container. Oh well. Too late now. I got a tiny bit left. That's fine. Alright, so now I know exactly how much was left over, so that's great. We are going to pop lids on these butters or body creams. Let's see, look at that. Hand filled, guys. Ooh, yes. Now, yeah, I could have added a little less and then put a little thing on top. Because, you know, my bath bombs and stuff come with, like, little prizes. Whereas my body, you know, my lotion, my creams, my body butters, obviously those don't. I do have a few whipped soaps over at the Mugs and Magic shop that still have gemstones on top. So if you are interested in those, please head over there. But, you know, I wanted to see how much I could fill in this, and then you guys are going to be able to get that much more. So a little bit goes a really long way, and this stuff should last quite a while. This is best to use, obviously, within 1 year of me making them. So there it is. And we're going to test. And as you see, it absorbs fairly fast into my skin, which is awesome, similar to my lotion. I do have a slight sparkle to it. So, and it smells really, really good. I'm really happy with this stuff. And this is honestly, probably one of my favorite parts about making lotions and body creams and stuff, is I get to clean the bowls. Yay! And my hands are going to slightly sparkle now. I'm okay with that. And if you're wondering about, you know, how it does with cracked fingers, like your cuticles and everything, again, just lightly rub it on like a lotion. But this is thicker than a lotion, so you really only need a little bit to massage everything, and it'll help moisturize any dry, cracked skin, cuticles, and anything like that. And because of that bio glitter, you know, when you go to shower, it will wash off. So don't worry. Be like, oh my god, the glitter's on me for days. It's biodegradable, guys. It will start breaking down when you start using water. So, and it's not going to harm any of the plant life, or animals or anything like that. So don't worry. So, ta-da! I'm going to smell awesome all day long. Yes. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. So again, just a little bit goes a very long way. But it does quickly absorb into the skin. So no greasy residue. No white streaks. Just awesome skin, skin loving stuff. And you'll smell nice. And you'll slightly sparkle. Like a mermaid. Or a fairy, whichever. Or both. Or something else that does. That's not a vampire. Vampires do not sparkle. I'm telling you this right now. Although I'm considering, even though I've never read any of the books, and I've never seen any of the movies, although my husband has gotten me to try, I still won't do it. I may make a body cream of mostly glitter that I might call it Twilight Sparkle. Guess the reason why. So, for the mermaids, I've got 7 jars. That's what we got. We got 7 jars, guys. That's it. That's all I have for body cream. So, here's hoping you are one of the lucky people to come out tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, to the Me Dance event in Crown Point and get yourself one of these babies, because it's all I got. Now, price-wise, these should be, I'm estimating, these should be the same price as my lotion jars, which are currently at $10. I will have to run it through my math system and make sure that they're the same. I might be slightly off. I don't know. But because this is less water than the lotion, and the lotion I was able to get a whole lot more out of, these might be have to go up to 15. I don't know. Again, I'm going to run it through my calculator, my price stuff, and get it all figured out. And then I'll make a business post later on today, letting everyone know about it. I will get pictures done, labels done. Obviously, I've got to do that. But yeah, so, and then as for the foaming body scrub, this is a sugar scrub. It does foam because it is, the base of it is a whipped soap. Okay, so the way that this one works, I mean, hopefully you know how you can lather it up and, use it as a sugar scrub. And then it's nice because you can also use it as bonus as a body wash, because it does bubble up. But how this container opens is what I mean. There is a little divot right here, and then you just lift and it pops open, if my fingers want to work with me. And ta-da! So, no twisting needed. Just pop it open, pop it closed. That's it. That's all it is. Ta-da! And then obviously I've got my other blue ones here. And these are the twist. Which again, smells really, really good. I am in love. And this one is that. So, these ones are going to be for the shop. The 4-ounce jars are $15. These 7-ounce ones are $20. So, and again, I've only got 4 of the 4-ounce jars of that one, and then 5 of the 7-ounce, because that's all I was able to make, with the base that I had. And I had a tiny bit left over, so I've got 2 little tins, for my testers, to try out and let me know what they think, if they definitely want to keep them in the shop or not. I have a feeling they probably will. Wow, my arm is super soft now. This is great. Oh, I love it. Oh, I can't wait. So tonight from 6 to 9, I will be over at the Innsbrook Country Club over in Maryville. It's actually right by where I used to live, where we used to live before we moved over here to Cherville. It's over on Taft. So definitely, if you're able to, hop over there at some point tonight with a little sipping, a little eating, some live music, and some shopping. Enjoy your evening. Have some fun. Do it for yourself, if not, for other people, but definitely for yourself. Think of it as a me day. Like, I need a me day. I'm going. You're leaving me alone. Like, I'm going. I'll be back when I get back. One of those things. It's fine. Come out and go spoil yourself. But again, I will have everything. All my other stuff is going to be with me. So I've got all my salves. My body butter will be with me. The lotion I'm going to set to the side and bring that tomorrow. I'll have my soaps, my bath bombs. I have so many bath bombs, you guys. And I never restocked my Clear the Mind steamers, so I'll have those. I restocked so many lip balms. I'll have all of that. I've got the soap dishes. I've got the things. They just need homes, especially my bath bombs. Now, if you've noticed, I have not recently made any new bath bombs because I am running out of space with my current bath bombs. Like, I have no room. I need the room. You need to start gift my things. The struggle is real, guys. I'm not kidding. I have so many. I thought certain events were going to go a lot better than they did. I mean, one went really well, which I was happy for. Hocus Pocus, not so much. So I still have like all of my Sanderson sisters for the most part. I think the only one that I sold the most of so far this year was Sarah. It was either Sarah or Winifred. One of those two I've been selling more of. But anyway, enough about that. So, enjoy your Thursday. I am going to go take stuff over to the shop, get myself some coffee while I am there. See what else I have to restock for upcoming, for the winter and everything. My orders, my supplies should be arriving hopefully today so I can get more custom order soaps done, which I think the next time I do a live, I think I'll show you guys how I do custom order soaps. So even though it is a little bit longer process because I do have to wait quite a bit in between all the stuff for them to harden, for me to unmold, I can at least, I don't know, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And my 6 new soaps have about 1 week left to harden and cure. So they're almost done. Almost done. So they will be ready for both of my December events. So until next time, which I will probably do a lot of posting tonight and tomorrow, and actually this whole weekend. Yeah, enjoy your Thursday. Go have fun. Go do something for yourself. Go get some me time, even if it's 5 minutes. Have some me time. Go hide in a closet with the cookies. You know what I'm talking about. Bye.